It can be said, though, that no matter how busy life got, Carl always put family first. Teacher and mentor, quiet, steady Carl was always there for the three boys, assisting them in their college and business ventures and any other interest they had. Whether it was seeing America by truck or jet plane with Gary at the wheel, or building theater sets side by side with Andrew, or sharing his love of trains with Kenneth through their elaborate model railroad setups, Carl took great joy in sharing his love of life with his three sons. Gary fondly recalls one such adventure when he was in high school. Gary and his friend Tom had to truck a harpsichord up to Dartmouth College in the middle of winter. The instrument belonged to the world-renowned concert artist and former Asbury Church organist, Anthony Newman, who needed to play it at a recital the next day. Well, the roads were a mess, as you can imagine, and Carl said, "There's no way you guys are going to go up there and do this on your own." So Carl called into work to take the day off, which is probably the only time he ever did that in 46 years. He climbed into the truck and off they went. Well, they finally got to the recital hall, and after this magnificent harpsichord was set up center stage, Carl walked over to it, sat himself down, and proceeded to play the only two numbers he knew how to play, Love and Bloom and Chopsticks. This was the beginning of Carl Gmoser's Baroque period. It was also the end of Carl Gmoser's. Actually, the music that Carl loved the most, and most of all, were those great marches by Sousa and others. Now, Kenneth also worked closely with his dad, but closer to home, doing remodeling projects large and small at 218. Kenneth got to learn from the master, and in the process, Kenneth himself became a master, inheriting his dad's skills, his eye for beauty, and his attention to detail. When Kenneth bought his own house, Carl returned the favor, working with his son to build a beautiful front porch, remodel a family room, and repair a garage wall. At age 85, there was Carl, hauling cinder blocks and concrete. One way to stay fit. Yes, Carl was always there. When it came time for his sons to marry, of course, Carl was at the wedding, becoming a loving father-in-law to Tracy, Catherine, and Mary Ann, then welcoming the next generation of Gmosers as proud grandpa to Will and Alex, Thomas and Elizabeth. To celebrate their 40th anniversary, Lou and Carl took the family to London. In 2003, to celebrate their 50th, Lou and Carl recreated part of their famous cross-country honeymoon by taking all 12 members of the Gmoser clan on a trip out west to Colorado and Utah. Only this time, they flew and rented a light blue Mercury once they got there. Carl loved to travel and see this beautiful land of ours up close. Just about every summer vacation when the boys were growing up, Carl and Lou would take them on a terrific adventure. As a family, the Gmosers explored 20 states and Canada, and Carl and Lou visited another 4 states on their own, including Alaska. Now, I hope this has given you a sense of who Carl... Oh, wait. Do you want me to do this now? No? Okay. I'm sorry. Before I came in, Lou gave me this envelope, and she asked if I would open it before I was ready to wrap up here. So, let me see what she has. That's great. A Lou Gmoser party game. Do any of you have this game with you? Am I the only one? Jell-O, very good. He married the diva of desserts, and his first love was with fruit-flavored sugar in cardboard box. Second question. Carl invented and patented what tool? The adjustment clamp, which is a lifting device for heavy industry. It was designed for lifting gigantic steel plates and the metal casings for nuclear reactors. The adjustment clamp. You'll see it on late night TV. And if you buy one, you get the second one free. Third question. What were Carl's two favorite movies? I've got the answers here. Don't tax your brain. The Train and Das Boot. Question 4. What was Carl's least favorite food?
Carrots.
Carrots. And last but not least, what were Carl's 3 favorite foods?
Always there. Hot dog, and bacon.
Yes! I would like to close on a personal note. Whenever I would call Lou and Carl on the telephone, a part of me always hoped that they would not be there, which meant that I would get to hear the answering machine and listen to Carl's soothing voice say, "Thank you for calling the Gmosers." Carl, thank you for being